Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. We are so excited to have you again. We have less than 1 month to the primaries of APC and PDP. Presidential, I think, will be coming up on, I think, the last day of the month or before the last day of the month. So preparation are on top gear. Igbo Presidency has been topmost on the priority list of most people, especially Ohanes and Debo. They have mocked up a new strategy which they will introduce to all the contenders who have shown interest in running for presidency. And you're going to hear their new strategy and how they intend to go about it. But before we give you full details of that, if you've not subscribed, do well, hit on the resubscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, in a bid to ensure that presidential aspirants from the Southeast region do not work at cross purposes, the Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Hannes Ndibo, has finalized plans to meet and strategize with all the contenders from the zone across party lines towards producing a consensus candidate. The organization said as much as it is pleased with the number of aspirants that have indicated interest to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari, especially in the governing All Progressive Congress APC and the main opposition People Democratic Party PDP, it is also mindful of encouraging sportsmanship among the aspirants ahead of the contest. So far, no fewer than 4 aspirants have indicated interest in the PDP, namely the former Senate President and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Anyim Pius Anyim, former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi, business mogul Mazi Sam Onwa-Bunwa, and United States-based medical doctor Nwachukwu Anakwenze. They had also formed an alliance to work together in the pursuit of the party's presidential ticket ahead of the May 28 primaries. In the APC, Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi, the former Imo State Governor Senator Rocha Sokorocha, former Abia State Governor and Minority Whip Senator Orji Uzor Kalu are also in the race, while Minister of Labor and Productivity Senator Chris Ngigi is expected to formally declare to war today on the platform of All Progressive Congress APC. The Minister of State for Education, Honorable Emeka Nwajuba, is also set to formally join the contest soon ahead of the party's May 30th presidential primary election. In the African Development Congress ADC, aspirants from the Southeast are former Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Professor Kingsley Mohalu, Joy Ugochukwu, and Chukwuka Moye. Amidst the geopolitical zone power rotation debate, prospect of a consensus arrangement as a strategy for zones has been revealed. In an exclusive interview yesterday, Ohanaeze spokesperson Alex Ogbonnaya disclosed that the meeting between the organization and the aspirant is essential to the pursuit of the zone's presidential bid in the light of presenting the best person for the task ahead in the interest of Nigeria. While he declined to comment on the move to pick a consensus candidate from PDP presidential aspirant in the Southeast, he however said he was only aware of the aspirant's effort to get more united. He gave assurance that Ohanaeze was making effort to unite all the presidential aspirants from the People Democratic Party and the APC with a view to arriving at a consensus candidate. He, however, advised all the presidential aspirants to apply the spirit of sportsmanship while pursuing their ambition. Ogbonnaya said Ohanaeze was pleased with the record of the presidential aspirant that has so far indicated their interest in the nation's top job. Although Ogbonnaya declined to be specific on when the strategic meeting will hold, it was, however, learned that the gathering will be restricted to aspirants from the Southeast geopolitical zone. Meanwhile, the prospect of the consensus arrangement among Southeast aspirants comes as moves within the PDP to reduce the number of aspirants seems to be facing a setback, as one of the northern aspirants isn't keen on the idea. The aspirants are expected to meet this week to begin the process of pruning the numbers towards arriving at a possible consensus arrangement on the party's platform. But sources within the party confided that suspicion on the intent of those spearheading the consensus idea, namely former Senate President Abubakar Bukola Saraki, Sokoto State Governor Aminu Tambuwa, Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad, and technocrat Mohammed Hayatuddin, is yet to be dosed. While former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is not so on the idea of a consensus arrangement, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, while has often insinuated that the ticket should go to the aspirant, have never left the party. According to him, he said how things turn out in the next few days will be key. In 2019, attempt by the party in the build-up to the general election to prune the number of aspirants did not yield result, as all the 12 aspirants who picked form contested the primaries. Wow, this is quite an interesting one coming in from the southeast. But then the issue of consensus matters a great deal, because right now the pressure and also the permutation and calculation in politics has started playing out. No one knows who will be the president's ideal candidate. But then the northern and the southeasterner believe that this is their time, and if this is their time, they will do everything within their power to ensure that at least representation from southeast will appear in either of the political party. It could be APC, it could be PDP. Now the question I want you to answer as you listen to this is, which party do you think the southeast will be able to succeed in presenting a presidential candidate who will flag their flag? You understand? Who is that person who will be the flag of a party? Which party do you think they will successfully, come out bearing their flag? Because right now we have very serious contenders. I'm so shocked because zoning was what everyone was looking at, but all of a sudden the two political parties seems not to really agree with that, even when by virtue of the arrangement in the managerial position of the parties, everything has been clearly defined that they should come to the south. But the northerners are also fighting seriously to ensure they get it. And also, amazing part of it is that even when southeast or southwest have gotten an opportunity to take charge had an opportunity of being the vice president of Nigeria from 2015 to 2023, they are working seriously hard to see that they come out smoking at the end of the day. The big question is, what will all of this amount to? We will be expecting so much to happen after the primaries have been concluded. I know a lot of people will have to create, new parties. Some will have to join other parties immediately so that they can still come out as presidential aspirant. That's where we like to leave it. How thoughtful do you think it is for Igbos to at least get a consensus party? And you think that the contenders, as the candidates in different political parties, will agree to work together for the reality of that objective? Let's